Bunjo manege muteke ne kwa mwana bike bina nene masimu do de lonjo but I did on okay. Eme pana gine nya de kwa no wa biko do. And with him actually equal regarding some of the things in our flying. First of all, I've not been around for a very long time. I've been very, very busy. I've not been around. I've not been around. Yeah, now, but I've shared that some batam, but this week being Easter, I know rest or belly. So something even I fly on Sunday. Something has been flying on Sunday. Yotago. Now, Reverend Father Ejike Mbaka Okuloku. Yes, Okuloku. But Oburi Hembi Biakowaba today. There are some things in you can point here out. Because first of all, I really need to salute somebody like Akuzayon for that in Oku yesterday. That teaching yesterday was about how many minutes? Should be like 20 minutes plus. I calmed down and I was listening to it. Out of Iheni in Oku, one thing got to my attention. Also, again, na Obiaro eba kanyana mmadụ bịa kọbọn ọka Obi because na gịnị me that na maturity me gịnị I outgrow those things. Go and listen to that video again. Ya anụ mgbe okwulia that thing we gbakwuta m n'uche say wow, this is really what I want to hear, and this is what everybody na preach, na eme video, na eme gudi maka social media about whoever you want to support that person, but take away mkpali ikpo mmadu out of it. Be constructive in whatever you are saying, because na a lot of our people about ikpo mmadu in akpo mmadu you more than anything like maturity, because na nde kpalela Akuzayon yesterday na that comment section which means now many of you do not see the maturity part of Ihoku na video. Unlike Akuzayon Ayama before last year, by social media, still go to the Bobuegi. Likwa and say Chineke Powuno Oko. Ndi ala, ndi nkaimugo, he will use some weight to Yabuna ine nanya because no Okugwalaga was saying that na Obu a Christian. but no chegale chabe. He made it clear that no Chagale Chabe, which I really want to get be commend him. That way they really touch me to show that people are growing. Because the Bible made us to understand that while they were still talking about Jesus that has died, they don't know that Jesus said Benitegonola. So once people are still talking about Akuzayon, it now has that the man has grown to this level. Yotago una fu picture Mother Mario na this video no. I really want to commend Mother Mario. Mother Mario made a video on Monday. I think that should be on Sunday night. I was watching that video. 1 hour plus, getting to 2 hours something oku. Anyway, one thing Mother Mario oku na that video cannot sing. In this era that people are ashamed of going to church, in this era, Catholics especially, that if one Catholic na go ka imam no church ko naga because na gini me they are still ashamed to carry Bible. They are ashamed to carry Bible. Kwa for this thing now, many Catholic churches na hele na eme ha mahabuli ha na go ka. But they don't know that this is their only identity. This is your This is your only identity. Your only identity to signifies na aga church. That in Igbo doesn't mean na aga church, but it signifies now. You believe have a tabia palo now, no, dona. Only no gina kuyene nega anyambulo na. Na bukwa na ngoro mmanya na zo sibulu na mo nwere hije. Only no gina kuyene nega anyambulo na. Because he knows for you to carry this thing come out alone is a plus. Or the no keba na mark register is a plus for you. Yotago. On came the Naku, but in I need that some things which I name in a Mabikim, we go here for a secular that will enlighten you a bit. Yotago. So she made that thing and we say, wow. Or see, in this era where people are even ashamed of Igbo Bible as Catholic, Nandi Igbo Bible, but Pentecostals. That is why you people are still fighting Evangelist Ebuka Obi. Despite the fact from Catholic Church. See, I'm talking generally now. She made that comment, that thing touched me. Because a lot of us, amugo, that's a no. One lady, video ya video, it's a Igbo, Igbo. That is why sometimes now I watch some of the dance steps in the man they introducing a church. I'll be like, what is really happening? The church of God is under an attack. Just that that's a promise that say that the gate of hell shall not prevail. That is the only thing that is still keeping us. Today. Abagoka gine mbani ne aya abuka kafu na gine me na oka mechi today, using media as a form, using media as a means of destabilizing a lot of things in a man worker today. Man of God the media twist here post we actually post. And woe betide to any media personnel who twist what people has not said just to gain followers or just to mislead the people. Woe betide unto you, because now when a vision came to Daniel, I think Daniel chapter 8, when he was talking, starting from verse 16, check and chatter that please. Sorry, I'm like, but I know I saw that in this morning. Daniel chapter 8. Starting from verse 6, my area of speciality was verse 20. I go verse 16. Always again, and I heard a man's voice between the banks of the Ulai, who called and said, Gabriel, make this man understand the vision awful. The next chapter to verse 20. Always say, the ram which you saw, having the two horns, are the kings of Media and Persia. In Daniel chapter 18 verse 20, when Daniel was, there is a vision. Naga on, even from verse 8, he started with a king. But that is not why I'm here. Always at the beginning, a media, now these horns has been lifted up their head. That one represents Media and Persia. Because again, it is not just a media, this is a weapon. This thing in Afri is a weapon, not just a media. Media blue video video no. You are fighting it, you are saying something that can either make somebody or destroy that person. Evangelist Ebuka Obi made a video and say his heart was bittered. His heart was he started speaking like TB Joshua. After that, when get that video on Sunday, see Jesus Christ or this was what TB Joshua did. Come of the comments on me to put we saw him no more. This was it. In era like this, people now told you, people are even ashamed of going to church. For somebody like Evangelist Ebuka Obi, or still stand by his feet. If people actually party in the bay, a man for any priest in Yoruba na boy Evangelist Ebuka Obi, a man for priest in the house and a boy war, and thou some priest. Obolonde bay. I said it one time that every Igbo person wants to be led but don't want to be led. At a time before, they want to lead but don't want to be led. They want to be quick. I don't know how that spirit has already been made in us. We are still surviving by the mercy and the grace of God. That is why we are still surviving. Odna Daniel. Because he feel and he will just keep away why are church using media as a form of evangelism? Because they understood what Daniel chapter 8 verse 20 is saying. In this era, people are fighting. Okay, now Evangelist Ebuka people are from Catholic Church now as a body, as his covering, not between him. And I also want to use this thing. Every church leadership, every church people need somebody like Akozion in them. Everybody know today need somebody like Akozion in them, because What about you don't like Jesus? Jesus needed somebody like Peter. Everybody must not be John or James. Everybody must not be Judas. Man, there are a lot of Judas in our midst today. That is why generation everybody needs somebody like Akuzayim because it's just stubbornness on there. Anyway, I don't know how to put this story. I don't know how to put it, but yeah, Johnson Suleiman Kokwa the story in Obi Lagos. Also, a man of God, he might go one thing lead to another. He saw something that he was not supposed to see. For him to prevent another person seeing that thing, he became a blockage between the man of God and the stories. I don't want to go deep so that I tell him what him very well. Man, this is the story in the shore of. This is the main story again in the shore of. One of the worst things that we do to you in this era is that now, Ibia standing with your favorite or one mother. That Nigeria is may escape of this Igbo ship something is because Nigeria is they preach in English. And he scaled through some things. The power that speak. Because when he preach in English. Obu no Igbo ko na aso. Aka yibe we get kere because na ha got they feel to understand the whole name. Aka ise bagi ko onye bu onya ko onye bu onya ko onye bu onye do otu ko onye bu onye do otu. You now support or you now support. I'm not against you supporting your favorite. But avoid that with me in here. Kili bute no long way at the end of the day. Anyway, one of our brother and choice correct again. I'm more man for that guy. Check, yes, Israel. I think he should be Prince Israel also. Chief Mafia. He's always speaking about Reverend Father Mbaka. Anyway, something you could your video you made yesterday. Israel, my video, yesterday. It's now no Evangelist Ebuka Obi ne jealous Mbaka. Evangelist Mbaka be the football team. Evangelist Ebuka Obi the football team. Mbaka na bottle water. Evangelist Ebuka Obi na and always error in always some of the errors. All these things again error of teaching in achieve better. That is not how to be constructive in what you want to see. Then anyway, one shock I be about it's number Mbaka but Lagos that they were multitude of crowd. They were multitude of crowd but Lagos. Lagos TB Joshua Makonia Oyedepo Nonia. He made mistake. Let me tell to you now, Kewata. Oyedepo started Living Field started in Kaduna State. If you know the story very well, Living Field started in Kaduna State. The last year before Living State exploded was when Oyedepo was preaching, and the Spirit of God led him to come outside. Always thinking that he saw a dark veil covering the church, and he commanded the dark veil to leave. That was how the church in Kaduna started growing. He left Kaduna 1989 to come and establish Lagos State. I think he moved to Ota, Canaan land. It should be maybe the lower that should be 1998 or 1999. That was when the building started. I don't know much about that again. So in Achigwam na Mbaka be adapt during those time I need them those things. In Achigwam during those time ni now. We live in an era of social media, in an era where things are all over the internet. It's an ego sigun onyo Evangelist Ebuka Obi gogolo. Oh yeah, ni abonya 1 million. Ego sigun onyo Evangelist Ebuka Obi go act from accident, go from wheelchair. Ni agbo mother 1 million. See, there are thousands of videos online which you have to go again and check out for yourself. You gotta go. Desist from this this preaching animal because if I'm listening to you, I'm seeing only head between you and Matthias. That Israel, that young man, because you are still in your youth. At least Asiba, you be 45 years. You are still in your youth. So, Ogodogi boy, Bogi guy, Bogi man, I'm still right. So, Bikuwana, stop this era of comparison. I want to compare with anybody. But for people like you, now, you now have another man of God. Yes, everybody when their errors. Actually, they are men before of God. How were their errors? But that doesn't justify Udijia in Apple. Udi ya ina and this propaganda in push. It's even Evangelist Ebuka Obi akubi egwu maka na Fada Mbaka kuli egwu. The Evangelist Ebuka Obi kpọta no go onye nwụrụ anwụ from this thing. Oyi abịalụ for. Oyi abịalụ for. Ọ bụ na ndị Igbo anyị nwere the highest preachers ndị Yoruba nwe. Which means I ha na ekwu n'okwu be that. Which means I ha na ekwu okwu be that. Can't we just sometimes organize ourselves and matter that this is media that are pushing because of this end time anonymia, and they are using media to push things. That is why actually scatter mad marriage now. They push you on media. Actually push bad news. They push you on media. Nenda bia when the mother why you see Bex. CBX investment or media using your popular influencers to promote something that they know not how you hear that will eat people's money in 6 to 8 months time. Because media is powerful. So my brother, be very, very careful in what you are doing and what you are saying. Yet that Israel, I should be or Prince Israel. I will find a way picture here in this video. So please, because do. I had better come Mbaka. Man, with my little understanding, no I'm an awful allergic and actually. I'm a making awful allergic and actually. And we brought on answer for go natural like me. Alone Sama servant for 5 years. 5 solid years na Catholic Church. Our Lady of Fatima Cathedral Jos. Go and ask. Our Lady of Fatima Cathedral Jos. 5 solid years. Can the altar boy there. And there's some bulletin. In that era, you hardly see people who Bible be church. Him, Ejiago, responsorial Sam. That is what they are carrying at their church. Check kwamba na internet na rampant which is the now. That time I didn't small now. Now esum nande serve with the first mass of Ignatius Kaigama Ayo Kaigama. Archbishop of Jos Opugo Keta Obuse Archbishop of the Corners in into Kan. Also one of the top bodies na Kan Keta. Archbishop Ignatius Ayo Kaigama. Esum nonye serve with his first mass na Our Lady of Fatima Cathedral Jos. So now I'm talking to you as somebody with experience of what is inside this thing in Akwadi now. And I served in a big church as a worker in Kaduna State. Kaduna. I served there as a worker too in a church. So I'm not here put now Maka, Malaka Seba, Emenka. We have seen it all. And we believe that again, there is only one supreme God who can do and undo. We have seen how the life of people can change at a twinkle of an eye. When you have today, tomorrow, this is, I have seen what God can do in the life of people. Good morning, Lagos. Good night, London. What are you saying? Sometimes we make we like this. Some of the errors you guys are saying on social media like this. Or don't come police go and order sense from Temu. I will pay. This time around, some of you need to go and order sense from Temu, and we will pay for it. God,